all set. Okay. Good morning. It's a delight to be there with you this morning to share something about financials, but also share my thoughts in the age of disruption. Disruption is fundamentally changing the way we see the world. It's disrupting in almost all fields. There's no field which is left alone, whether it's economic, regulatory, financial, technological, political, or any other field. We will talk about more of this in M101. I want to talk now first about financials in the challenging and disrupting times. Over a span of the last 10 years, we have delivered a revenue growth of 16% CAGR of M&M plus MVML. This is what we call the standalone. However, it's a tale of two cities. The first 7 years, the CAGR growth is 25%. So we grew year on year at 25%, and the next 3 years have been flattish at 0.4% growth. When we come to profit, first 10 years, for overall 13% growth, first 7 years, a growth of 22% CAGR. Again, very impressive. However, the last 3 years is negative 3.2% CAGR. And that has resulted ROCE to go down from 27% to 17%. Coming to group as a whole, 22% CAGR over 10 years at a faster pace in the first 7 years at 29% CAGR. However, the last 3 years is more sedate at 10%, and this is the convenience consolidation. Yeah, every group, every company is represented, it's not legal. And this 10% is very much supported by acquisitions that we have done, like Mitsubishi, PMTC, Holiday OA, acquisitions in Tech Mahindra, including LCC. When it comes to profit, in the first 7 years, we have grown at a pace of 22%. The last 3 years have been flat for the group as a whole at profit of 0.5%. These data has some messages for us, a positive message as well. And that positive message that I want to talk about is we've not only survived, but also held our head above the water. We not only survived, but we also made a pot of money. We not only survived and made a pot of money, but we invested in everything that we needed to do, including acquisitions. We not only survived, but also kept M&M at net zero debt, no debt company. And that's no small achievement. So I want, before I go and talk about some message of disruption, pause, thank you all, and join me in the celebration what was a stupendous performance in the age of disruption as well. Please put your hands together for yourself. So in Hindi they say, आँखों में नमी और तालियों में कमी कभी नहीं होनी चाहिए. So put your hands a little bit more in. Friends, achievements comes with a huge amount of challenge, and in order for us to reach the next orbit. So how can we increase the confidence of our investors and again call M&M and group companies as the stock pick, or what I call as the darling stock? Today, they have many questions and concerns. How do we come out with solution and answers for them so that their concerns turns into confidence? So I would like to use the mythological story of Mahabharata to understand the current scenario, introspect, and get some directions for us. Karna was a great warrior, no doubt about that. He followed rules and discipline like a huge deep-rooted tree. He was one of the admired characters of Mahabharata. However, we must transform ourselves from Karna to Krishna, who adapts to the situation of the way. Krishna was born in very trying circumstance. Krishna became an emperor, and then he left the kingdom in order to become a charioteer, in order to fight for a bigger cause called Mahabharata. Rest is history, and you all know it. Krishna adapted to every situation with a motive to make the team win. So, currently we are also going through very challenging times with unprecedented changes. But we need to find ways not just to face the future, but to ace the future. All disruption, to my mind, brings huge amount of opportunities. The challenge is how do we find these opportunities and how quickly can we grab them with both our hands. I will use India as a shining example. And in this, using technology, India is touching our heads and hearts through social media and Mann Ki Baat. They are also touching our pockets through Jam Trinity, direct subsidy transfer, demonetization, in the process making a lot of money or saving a lot of money. And they've got future readiness they are ensuring by Make in India, Digital India, Startup India, and Skill India. And all of them with the kind of agility and speed never seen before. So, this is an example of identifying opportunities in challenging times. So, what should be our Ranniti? What should be our strategy? What should be our game plan? I'll use Krishna, who had some great qualities and skill sets, and I'll borrow from that skill set and qualities and convert them into some key messages for all of us. The first one that I talk is Krishna the committed. Commit you to yourself that you will create some space. How you are creating space not only to manage what you need to do today, what you need to manage the turbulence, but also to manage the opportunities. And in that, I have 2 points that I want to commit. First, commit yourself to creating margin of safety. 50% of the planned volume could be a target that we all can go towards. The second message is cash is king. Please focus on free cash flow. And I propose that free cash flow, after taking care of working capital and capex requirements, can it go towards 50% of that EBITDA or cash profit is the free cash flow. And that you will make sure that you have some money left in order to invest for future bets, invest for any new opportunity that comes, and invest in things that you want to do. We should not bank on any other unit or sector because they are also fighting their own battles. Both these commitments will help you, go through the turbulent waters and also take care of any investment that you want to make. The second one is Krishna is, as a smart strategist. Krishna is not only an authentic strategist and helped win the war for Pandavas. For us today, the strategy is what got us here will not get us to the next stage. So, we need to look at how do we recalibrate? How do we re-strategize? How do we answer questions like, what is the intense competition that we are facing and what is the intense market scenario that is evolving? Do you know about ICE? ICE is innovation and adaptation in the face of climate change on one end and experiential commerce on the other. And how are we going to do? New business model need new capital formation. Are we thinking about how do we get VC and PE involvements? Strategic partnership right at the start of the venture, global borrowing opportunities, and new concepts like crowdsourcing. We need to experiment and fire bullets before we fire cannonballs. And last, like a smart strategist, we need to navigate through this turbulent water with a mindset of play to win and evolve and go towards a new business models that each of your business will end up having. The next one is Krishna the Unifier. And here, what do we have in this room which others don't? To me, this is M101, this whole group. In this form of Krishna, he will say, the unifier will urge us to come together as a group and bring to bear the group advantage so that we can win and win big. And synergy may have been good in the past. It may have been good to have in the past, but today it is an imperative. So Krishna would say, synergy is the secret of our energy. Next is Krishna the Agile. In this is perhaps the most unique characteristic of Krishna, which enabled him to win all battles. And in this, Krishna was agile and adapt. His ability to bend, his ability to stand, his ability to leave, and his ability to accept, all were according to this situation. So what we need to think is, can we create adaptive business model with B2C mindset, built to change? So that it changes according to the situation. Can we challenge our cost fundamentally? How can we have whole cost structure with new business models? So how does the cost structure change? In the process, redefine long term. 5 years is beyond long time now. And lastly, please note, nothing is fixed except variables. Having said that, we as FNA also have to transform to this role as Krishna. And this Krishna, he is telling all CEOs, MDs, business leaders, and functional leader, Utho Parth, Gandiv Sambhalo. Hey business leader, hey CEO, hey MD, hey functional leaders, please pick up your bows and arrows and fight this war of disruption, and we are with you every step of the way. You aspire, we partner, and we promise to counsel without fear and assist without restraint. And in that, last couple of years, I wanted to say, was nothing less than disruptive for financial and regulatory environment. Every known rule, statute, or practice have changed completely. Starting from Companies Act, accounting standards, SEBI guidelines, Ind AS or IFRS, secretarial standards, everything has undergone complete change. Our initiative of House of Excellence has enabled us to create excellence in each facet of our function, and this excellence has helped us adapt to new requirements with zero default and zero non-compliance in every area. So, as mentioned, disaster and disruption is massive at back end as well. So we can create a center of excellence in each function, each unit. Or we can be better, we can be more efficient, more effective by creating a circle of excellence. Business leaders have to fight the war with vigor and bring synergy at the front end of O. And we can ensure at the core and at the back end, we can bring synergy through circle of excellence. This circle of excellence will continue to assist business in getting nimble capital formation or bringing technology to your advantage and bringing compliance and governance as a market premium, and help create common support system to have easy market access and so on. We assure you that FNA can be your navigator in this modern Mahabharat. And to summarize, and let me close by saying, you focus on the four or the front and these four messages, and we will focus on the core and support. Thank you.